For 40 years, the United States ruled the skies without serious challenge. Fighters like the F-22 and F-35 made rivals think twice before even looking up. But that era is over. By 2035, America's air dominance won't come from one superfighter. It won't come from one stealth bomber. It won't even come from pilots alone. It will come from a network of next-gen fighters, invisible bombers, loyal drones, and weapons that cross continents in minutes. And if this system works, no enemy will see it coming. If it fails, the balance of global power shifts overnight. So what does America's real air strategy for 2035 actually look like? And why is China racing to beat it before it even flies? Most people think air power in 2035 means better stealth jets. That's wrong. In 2023, a classified exercise took place over the Pacific. An F-35 flew with 2 drone wingmen. Their mission: find and strike a simulated enemy radar site deep behind enemy lines. The F-35 never fired a shot. The drones did the hunting. One jammed enemy sensors. The other launched a small missile. The target vanished in 90 seconds. This wasn't science fiction. It was a test of what the Pentagon now calls collaborative combat aircraft, or loyal wingmen, and it's just one piece of a much larger plan. If you thought air dominance still means dogfights and lone wolf pilots, you're about to see why that mindset could get pilots killed by 2035. China knows this. Russia knows this. Both have poured billions into systems designed to kill American aircraft before they even reach the fight. Their answer: dense networks of radars, surface-to-air missiles, and electronic warfare. What the military calls anti-access/area denial, or A2/AID. In the South China Sea, these systems already stretch over 1,000 miles. An F-35 flying solo, it might not survive the first 200. So the U.S. isn't just building new planes. It's building a new way to fight. Enter the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, NGAD. Not a single jet, not just a replacement for the F-22. NGAD is a family of systems: manned fighters, unmanned drones, electronic warfare pods, and space-based sensors, all talking to each other in real time. And it doesn't work alone. It links to the B-21 Raider, America's new stealth bomber, and to hypersonic missiles that travel at Mach 5+, and to satellites that track enemy movements from orbit. This isn't about one weapon. It's about weaving them into a single, intelligent web. But here's the catch. If one piece fails, the whole system stumbles. And China is betting it will. This isn't speculation. In 2020, the Air Force confirmed it had already flown a full-scale NGAD prototype. General Mike Holmes, then head of Air Combat Command, said, "We've done digital design. We've done digital testing. And we've flown a full-scale flight demonstrator, the B-21. First flight in 2022. Over 100 are planned." Northrop Grumman calls it the backbone of future strike power. Loyal wingman drones. The Air Force plans to buy at least 1,000 by 2035. Companies like Anduril and General Atomics are already testing prototypes like the XQ-58 Valkyrie and hypersonics. After years of delays, the U.S. tested its first air-launched hypersonic weapon, ARRW, in 2022. It missed. But in 2023, a second test succeeded. Now, the HACM program, built with Raytheon and Northrop, is on track for fielding by 2027. These aren't dreams. They're programs with budgets, schedules, and real hardware. But here's what few understand. None of these systems were designed to fight alone. They were built to fight together. Let's break it down, piece by piece. First, NGAD. Think of it as a quarterback in the sky. The manned fighter, likely piloted by one person, doesn't do all the work. Instead, it commands 2 to 4 loyal wingman drones. These drones act as sensors, jammers, or missile trucks. They fly ahead into danger. If one gets shot down, it's a $5 million drone, not a $100 million jet with a pilot inside. The NGAD jet itself uses adaptive engines that change shape mid-flight to save fuel or boost speed. It can cruise faster and farther than today's fighters. Second, the B-21 Raider. This isn't just a stealth bomber. It's a flying command node. Equipped with advanced data links, it can receive targeting info from satellites, drones, or ships, and strike within minutes. Its stealth is so advanced, radar may see it as a bird. And unlike the B-2, it's designed for mass production. Cheaper, simpler, more survivable. Third, loyal wingmen. These aren't remote-controlled toys. They use AI to make basic decisions, avoid threats, find targets, share data. A single pilot can manage multiple drones at once. In a real fight, one drone might mimic a fighter jet on radar to draw fire. Another might launch a missile from 50 miles away. The pilot stays safe, far from the threat zone. Fourth, hypersonics. These weapons fly at least 5 times the speed of sound. At Mach 5, they cover 1 mile every second. Enemy defenses have almost no time to react. The U.S. plans to launch them from B-52s, B-21s, and eventually NGAD fighters. Their job: kill high-value targets like radar sites or missile launchers before they can fire. Now tie it all together. A satellite spots an enemy missile launcher. It sends data to a B-21. The B-21 relays it to an NGAD fighter 300 miles away. The NGAD sends a loyal wingman drone to confirm the target. Then it launches a hypersonic missile. The launcher is gone in under 10 minutes. No radio chatter. No visible aircraft. Just silent, fast, lethal coordination. This isn't theory. The Air Force calls it Joint All-Domain Command and Control, or JADC2. And it's the core of U.S. air strategy for 2035. This future doesn't come cheap. NGAD alone could cost $20 billion just for development. Each NGAD fighter, up to $300 million. The B-21 program, $70 billion for 100 bombers. Hypersonics, $10 plus billion over the next decade. Total investment by 2035, likely over $150 billion. Compare that to China. They're spending heavily too, but on different priorities. Their J-20 fighter is impressive, but they lack a true loyal wingman program. Their hypersonics are further ahead, but their stealth bombers, like the H-20, remain unproven. The real advantage for the U.S., its defense industry. Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon. They've built stealth, sensors, and networks for decades. Startups like Anduril and Shield AI bring fresh AI talent. This mix of old and new is rare. Russia can't match it. China is trying, but its tech sector faces U.S. sanctions and export controls. Still, the risk is real. If NGAD slips by even 2 years, China could field more advanced defenses. If hypersonics fail again, the whole strike chain weakens, and Congress is watching. Every dollar spent on NGAD is a dollar not spent on ships, tanks, or cyber. The Pentagon must prove this system works. Fast. So what happens if this system works by 2035? First, U.S. forces can operate inside enemy defenses, something they haven't done since the Cold War. Second, wars could be shorter. Strike the enemy's eyes and ears in the first hour, and their army goes blind. But if it fails, the U.S. loses its edge in the Pacific. Allies like Japan and Australia may question American guarantees, and China gains confidence to act more aggressively. There's another risk: escalation. Hypersonic weapons compress decision time. If a leader has only minutes to respond to an incoming strike, they might launch nukes by mistake. This isn't just about air power. It's about deterrence, diplomacy, and survival. And it's not just the U.S. playing this game. Europe is building its own future fighter. the FCAs. Japan is developing the FX with loyal drones. Even India is testing hypersonics. But none have the full package: stealth, drones, hypersonics, and space links integrated into one plan. The US does, but only if it delivers on time. Behind every line of code, every bolt on the B-21, every test flight, there are people. Engineers in Palmdale working 12-hour shifts. Pilots in Nevada flying drone swarms in simulators. Sailors on destroyers feeding targeting data to bombers they'll never see. For them, this isn't about budgets or buzzwords. It's about making sure the next pilot doesn't fly into a wall of missiles because the system failed. It's about ensuring that when the president says, "deter aggression," the threat is real, not just words. This network is America's answer to a world where skies are watched, tracked, and contested like never before. And by 2035, it may be the only thing standing between peace and a major war. If you like this kind of video, real defense tech, no fluff, just facts, Jet Axis uploads new videos every day. We break down fighters, bombers, drones, and future weapons the way they actually work. If that's what you're here for, hit subscribe. And drop a comment. What system should we cover next? NGAD, B-21, or China's stealth fighters?